Hello, I am live. Hi. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, things look good. Finish social media stuff, and then I will get things started. Go. All right. That's taken care of. Alright, things look good. Alright. I thought that was a character standing on the boxes. Okay. Everything looks good. One last thing to check. Had to refresh the chat as well. Alright. I believe I'm ready, so how about we go ahead and wow. Interesting. I'm floating on thin air. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Well, how about we go on ahead and feel tall and talk to him. Ah, Master Garrot, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of so, though they say the star child was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the warrior of darkness how to look after himself. All habits, you understand.
I get it.
Ah, Throat, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare?
Well, looks like I'm off to do stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. Oops. Hold on a second. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, people see them as great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. You two were surprised to see him, I think. Yeah, I was surprised. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me, and then the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. And I have to bite my tongue about the truth. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Throat, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. That. Okay. Did that affect the camera? Think so. Well, whatever. I accidentally bumped the desk. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I'll be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there's anything I could do to help, anything at all, you only need to say the word. Well, very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. Situation in the city? Do you mean the people awakening as warriors of light? Well, while the questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbert's return, history tells us what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of warriors of light in a broader, Varantic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of that which is occurring not only in the Crystarium but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. He's a very excitable gentleman, isn't he? No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. You know, I never really did catch your name. What was it? Ah, you can just call me Ken. And so he shall forever be known as Ken in my eyes. Alright, Cabinet of Curiosity. Okay. Boop. Oh wow, I can't do my little shadow teleport on stairs. I can do it here. Sweet! Ah, throat. Excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Ah, the children are here for a lesson. The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? I mean, who am I to say no? And I think you're going to be enthused about it. Of course, the more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment.
Here I come.
Were one to pore over the annals of Varantic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrences of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthawil, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodford and Solard, the fabled drawn and Galgant duo Vobert. And no list of Varantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, the Light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt but to revile. Far cry from its beginnings. This, my friends, is Northrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself as its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the self-same epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, the Warriors of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which the individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any signs of dying out, as you could well attest. Yeah, I know. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will be no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy.
I was thinking I was, but and here I was thinking that was special.
Well, Heidelin did call me a warrior of light. She did. I'd never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps move through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, there's a common thread behind the epithet, and I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good must have added insult to injury. You're confused as hell, aren't you? While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light have given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Ah! Oh. Are you okay? Rikitio, are you all right? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkell? Irwell? We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you?
Hi.
The Warrior of Darkness. My name's Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Please tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. I'm gonna get diabetes from that face. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people, an apothecary. And I'm gonna help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant.
I told Argyle and Airwell this. They said the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere.
If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find the treatise on potions here. So, even so, I may fear they may prove a bit difficult for ones so young, but, Esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio into Spragarix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the doctors at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we've finished here, so we'll come with you.
Well, the last one to Spagrix is a rotten egg.
Ha! I'll have you know it really fast. You're going to be a rotten egg.
Hey, Morin, you gonna be good? I shall remain here and tidy up. I hope that today's lesson will be of some use to you. Alright, now I gotta get going. They don't know my secret. I can teleport. Ow, I got beat. Damn it. Well now, what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? To what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors?
Yeah, that's my fault, really.
Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine?
That's right. I want to become the warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world.
Oh, yes, that's a very noble endeavor, but you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream.
Huh? Why?
Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain.
Then does that mean my dream isn't any good?
Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. In hell? If we all work hard, the day will come when our doctors may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive toward that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard.
I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch.
That's the spirit. Without further ado, then may I entrust you with a task. I have placed an order at Sweet Sea for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it.
Oh, an ingredient. Leave it to me, miss.
Damn child, I forgot. She didn't stay and so I could let her know what the ingredient was. Dumb kid. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Sea, speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course for Rikitio, I would assist her in her first steps. What about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, warriors of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Reen and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. I guess I'm going to be babysitting for a little bit longer. All right. Where am I going? Ah, I'm going over there. Oh, stairs are over this way. Don't run into a wall. You know, might actually just... I think it's going to be quicker if I run over there. Because they don't have a teleportation spot around here. Gosh darn it. Ah. You must be Grisine. And I assume you have these two out here trying to pick the right herbs.
Are these small enough?
Ah, there you are. As it turns out, the ingredient still wants for harvesting, so we're going about that now. Ah, okay. I'll leave you two to it. I need to talk with you. If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself, may I assume you're with Master Alphino?
Yep.
Right, lest you wonder, Chesamille's order is for grapes. As busy as we've been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It is the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable in making wine and medicine. Oh, okay.
I got it.
Haha, you guys got the oversized grapes. Me, I managed to find the undersized grapes instantly. Mmm. So polygonal. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to... Okay.
Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I found some already. Sorry, kid, I win. Ha ha ha! I was the victor. I'm gonna rub my victory in your nose and force you to learn from it. Make you resent me later in life. Ha 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 ha! You too, Alphino. You're still young. You're not quite an adult yet. I'll rub this victory in your nose too. Ha 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 ha!
I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them.
Tell me, Ricky, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light?
Why? Well, a while ago I felt sick. Really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She just went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so I poisoned them all. They were bedridden for weeks. It was fun.
I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end?
Taylor? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help.
What are the gods awakened by the star shower? Thank you for sharing their tale with us, Ricky Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike you, your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering grapes to Chesamille. Did you just thrust your work onto her? Wow. So, You're really starting to become an adult then, Alphino.
I'd convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not yet until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange, distant land, after all. Northrend has become as a home to us, and her people our own. Let us return Spagrix. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting.
Alright, let's go. I see Alphino's becoming more of a responsible adult by thrusting all of the tasks assigned to him onto other people, no matter how young they are. That's how you know you're becoming an adult. When you realize that menial tasks are meant for other people to do, no matter how much they complain. Speaking of, if you're enjoying the content I make, why not do the menial task of subscribing? Because I'm not going to do it for you. Anyway.
My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. The grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution.
Oh, good.
As part of our studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little taste.
Oh my god. Well, let's go on ahead and help out the kids then.
Warrior of Darkness, if you finish helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats! The gods say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the gods caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. Children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Chesamil kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That is to say, put on a good show, yes? Alright, let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me. Alice, say, wait just a... Come on then, children.
You're the same age as them. Alright, Ethernet. There we go. Yeah, we get to do this while it's raining.
Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesamil's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats aren't wont to nest under the leaves, so you're likely to attract more if you place lures near buildings. Here, I have 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, yes! Well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best throat.
Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the two of you are stay with Reen. She's rolling strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado, let the contest begin. Do you just want to... Okay. Well, I guess we gotta pick some spots, but she gave us the hint that we should do it near buildings. So, let's find us some buildings. So I should be able to find a good mount over here then. Aha! Yay! I got 3. Alright, should be some over here then. Alright. Another heatler. Haha! I was right! Nice. Dead. Alright, there's 3 more. Alright, what's the next closest location? Oh, Fort Job. That's perfect. Want to make this a competition, Alice? I'm gonna win every single time. And she says something different depending on how well you do here. Done. You became the tool in your own downfall, Alice. You told me the best spots to find them, and I went to those spots, and I got the most. In your face, Alice. I win. Well fought, Throat. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest, though I know that tally. May I see your fangs for good measure? Yes, you may. I got 9. Apologies for the wait. My fangs, not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Seven fangs from Alice. Which means victory goes to Throat, who collected 9. Damn right. It seems you found the better spots for the lures. You told me to go near buildings. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get the better of you next time. There ain't gonna be a next time. Shouldn't have told me the best spots to hunt them. So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our gods are are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Throat and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and sister, see? And I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me, to be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know I'd want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. It's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. Rather interesting. I understand how Arkil feels. The star shout didn't awaken me to Hydaelyn's voice, but that vision of the final days, of Amaurot burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made, it felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind, but when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt, but lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're gonna stand around lost in thought, we may as do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Alice, are you okay? It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a bit too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. Was first Urianger, and now you. As you ponder LSA's words, you're taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Means I gotta go this way. Whee!
Was it you who called me here?
Why did I... I'm getting a headache again. On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. And I peered into your past. So you peered
into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Get back Ardbert's body.
What fool would relinquish his weapon on the eve of battle? That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers. Who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose.
Death? I'm just a little dude.
The convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait.
Jeez.
Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
I thought Deus called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
What the hell, dude? You okay, Graha?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
Hey, your arm
this.
is...
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Why do you word it like that?
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
You alright, Reen? What's going
wrong?
on?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh, good. Seems like everyone is overexerting themselves. Fate seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let's have the details from Reen. And I'll have your reward. Oh! Oh, cool. I get some new gear. Crystarium armor. For fending, maiming, and striking. Okay. Whoops. Hold on a second.
It happened after Alice and I sold the children back to the Spagarix. We chanced to meet Thancred here, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. Doctors are looking after him now, with the Alphino standing by just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the XIV told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to Spagarix. Alright, well, we gotta get down there quickly, and I don't want to have to jump, so weep! God, I love doing that. Ow, poop. Okay. Thancred, are you all right? They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all this happened without warning?
Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Oriange nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. Well, that would explain your bout of fatigue, Galisay. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most certainly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul is weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. That, Throat, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding.
You can count on me!
In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Lidipus's plot. Thus far, I've learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some matter of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves, rather conveniently, to make Elidipus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think that these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Oriange too can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Begluck that I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You've got such cute pet names for your husband. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphino and I will find Oriange. All's being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, folk. Oh, you heard him. Doctor's orders. You're to be in bed. Alright. I think I'll just go through the gate. Oh, wait. Actually, I can just do this. Why am I doing that? Alright. Rising stones, ahoy! Hold on a second. Had a work thing I needed to respond to. Anyway.
Throat! What excellent, awful timing! You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Kryl's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping her quiet.
Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist and I haven't even bothered to ask why you're here.
Yeah, just let you know what's going on.
So they think the Spirit Festival will be ready soon. And they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Kryl. She's with the others in Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? Okay. How bad is it, Tataru?
Excuse us.
Wow, it's dark in here.
This way.
It's very echoey in here. Oh.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment.
Oh, that coincides with
So
the
come,
dizziness
let me
that
hear your
Thancred
tale outside.
felt. That's a pretty powerful cutscene. What news from the first? I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul is weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon, so if the XR is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon elegant wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I noticed the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Striking, maiming, fending. I don't really have a need for any of this, so silver. Casting, healing, scouting, and aiming. So this would be for the other 4 jobs I got. Casting. Let me see who's got the worst gear. That would benefit from item level 500 gear. Red Mage. Honestly, for my Sage, it's probably the weapon that needs it the most. But 480, 30, 480, 480, 480. What was Red Mage like? Ah, okay. You would get the most benefit from it. I'm probably gonna pick either the Sage or the caster gear. Sage does have 1 piece of item level 430, but Red Mage has... While Red Mage, lowest item level piece of armor here is 450. Yeah, it's gonna be... For me, it's gonna be a toss-up between Red Mage and casting and healing gear. Froat, if you could spare a moment while Krau goes finds this expert of hers, I mean. There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends of the first, you see, and since we might be waiting a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm gonna make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Okay.
Well, I'd better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence.
Be quick about it. It is very important we get our friends home before I start any other side content now. Oh, upstairs. Yeah. In the kitchen, which is on the 2nd floor for some reason. There we go. Alpha! Hi! You enjoy watching the chef do her thing? Alright. Hope you're staying healthy. Hope you're eating properly. Hope you're staying warm. Getting enough to eat. Okay. Oh! Hi! You look good.
There you are, Throat. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Krell, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Guardian restoration. And of course, in all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit, so I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now.
perfection, even if I do say so myself. Ooh, you got bread! It smells great. Doesn't it just? It's called Archon loaf, in case you're wondering, and it's what they eat over in Shalian. Archon loaf, that sounds familiar. What does it remind me of? Oh, anyway. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Krau tells me it's a good source of ether, so it should lend them a bit of strength at least. There truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kryl, and if it isn't Ramboros too. Ah, we meet again. I trust you require no introductions either, Throat.
Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain elegant technologies.
I've been keeping Ramboros apprised of situations at the first. Suffice it to say, he knows about the XIV. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons.
Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allegan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade.
Okay.
Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remained behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done and that he should follow his heart now.
Forgive me, but you do say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back?
That is for a friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed.
Well, there you have it, Throat. If you would be so good as to see Ramboros' message and Tatar's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course.
Of course.
Kryl, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try, just to make sure everything's as it should be? But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Ramboros, as a fellow Charlian, may I trouble you for your opinion?
Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Rollenberry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see.
Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru, dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Right. Archon loaf is, nutrients first, taste second.
Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Shalian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough. All with nary results is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, not every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand.
I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back.
If there's enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it.
Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice.
Oh, good.
Throat, when you deliver the loaf, be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back.
Yes, Archon Loaf. The most bland tasting thing in the game. And this is supposed to be comforting for everyone. Alright, well, who am I to say no? Sorry, but give me a good burger over that any day of the week. Where am I going? Okay, a little bit further. All right, to the Circus Trench. The trench of Circus. All right, get me over there, please. I am back.
Oh, welcome back, my friend. How was your journey?
I, brought this.
By the 12 Archon loaf. However did you come by this? I swear it had come straight from Charlian.
Oh, Tataru made it.
Rambro said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as that bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry, that which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you did yourself when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later, though it has been many years and I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconductive they are to conversation.
You're not gonna like what's going on with their bodies, sadly.
Forgive the delay. We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their cause.
Not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Well, do you want me to tell you how pale your bodies are or how cold they are at the moment? Because either is not good. Things have taken a turn for the worse. Want me to tell you about the temperature of your bodies, or the weakening, how weak your souls are?
Then we must redouble our efforts. Not that we've ever stinted in that regard.
This would seem an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Tell me you've made some progress.
We have, as it happens. One moment.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects, notably, do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
Dear God, man!
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works, we shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting, the test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
Graha, we gotta work on your flirting skills. Right now, they are complete crap. Alice, you gonna be good?
I'm sorry, I know it was childish to storm off like that, and probably to feel the way I do as well. Pull yourself together, Alice.
Yeah, he knows how to talk to people. Sometimes. Hast thou a moment, Throat? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friends spake not in certainties. Yet if beg luck hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which successes doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul, and each discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former's flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem, for nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Yeah. Huh? Do I have a coin? I do not have a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads, I take casting. Tails, I take healing. It is tails, I take healing. Alright, well, my sage is gonna get a nice boost in gear. Alright, well, sage. There we go. Alright, nothing is over 500, so let's do that. And choose perfect. And then go to glamour plate, pop on these, and call it good. Alright. Oh, all's good then. Alice, you gonna be good? Oh, okay, you're saying the same thing. Alright. Right then, while the Exarch literally pulls his own sweat and blood into the allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so, and there's one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at Anider. Might I trouble you to visit her, Throat, see that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. You can count on me. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Yulmore, and when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you're bound for Anider, might I suggest you go via Vermont Yards? Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Then let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Oh, trust me, I don't. Well, I have a delivery from the source, Kupo. One courtesy of one to Taru. Wait, what? You're a long way from home, Moogle, and this is from Tataru, is it? Whatever could it be? I did not expect the Moogle sound. Archon thou sayest, why to even hear the name doth transport me to times long past. Bread from another world, may I try some? You know what? Sure. Let's have you learn the hard way. Mayest thou, child? Thou must! That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Don't worry, let her learn. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alphino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes, do you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Totaro that we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary enjoyment. Employment? Employment. Okay, yeah. Right. Right, let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. I'd better keep some for, Y'shtola. But knowing her, she may not actually enjoy it. I do not know for sure. Map. Go to right. Wait, why am I doing that? I have been live for almost an hour and a half, so I think after the next sequence, I'll probably end things off and we'll continue this tomorrow. Oh, if it ain't the warrior of darkness himself, what brings you to these parts? I need a boat. And not to say, eh? But of course I'd be happy to help. Just say the word and we'll ready a boat. You don't know where I'm going, though. I hope the thing can bear a lot of water. Hey, Y'shtola, I brought some bread. Oh.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Oh no, not again. Migraines. Reviewing the records yet again. Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty. Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. Ah, it swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet... why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
Did he fuse with a warrior of light? What the hell, man?
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
Well, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you're gonna get.
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Ah. Oh. I'll try this one as dancer.
You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarot. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there.
I tire of your games.
You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it, then. Very well. Let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us.
The hell are you doing? Oh! The innkeepers.
But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice.
I see.
Forward, hero. We shall see how strong you have become.
Alright, what do these three have to say? Do you have them floating? Oh, I think they are floating. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well.
Let us begin. Rest assured, there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of their tale. And I believe I have perfect subjects.
Really?
Let not their appearance stay your hand. Beneath their facade, they are merely monsters. I know what he's trying to do. All too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus, we will make our way to the capital. It wasn't poor taste even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroyed all who barred your way. Sparing nary a thought to the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginning, and so much of your story awaits. Every tale requires villains. Defeat them and claim your place as a hero. Alright, you know what? I'll take this. Get over here. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward, then, over the bloodied bodies of the fallen. You tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so too did you taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the Crystal Braves, that idealistic, pathetic dream born from a malformed creature? Faces you know and loathe all. Let your hatred burn and strike them down with all your might. Sloppy!
God damn it.
With such ease yet again, you always did grow stronger with every battle. It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. It seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight then. For a certainty, I am Elidibus, and come what may, I will fulfill my mission. To that end, I take your measure, and eventually I will eliminate you. Your hopes and dreams are inconsequential. But enough talk. It's your assertions that I wish to know. It's not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Aw, you son of a bitch. Falsely accused of regicide, you fled for the snow-swept fields of Kurthus. Had you and the Scions met your demise that day in the Sultanate, Lahabrave might have been spared this. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragonsong War. Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict, just as you were bid. Or was it a thirst for vengeance that drove you?
Alright. I trust you're beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. Around heroes, people aren't wont to flock. People who harbor all manner of motives, each baser than the last. Come, let the curtains rise on the grand melee. No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. You know what comes next. You put an end to the Dragon Song War. Let me guess, Nidhogg? Yep. There's no saving your comrade this time. All you can do is cut off the serpent's head. Ow. And as simple as that, a 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. And so we're coming up to Stormblood. I see what you're trying to do, Elidibus. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us, an irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them, for they are my... Never mind. We are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus had kindled an insatiable flame. Garlemald was its name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. Following the trail of ash, you set forth for Alamigo and Doma into a storm of blood. Again you fought, and again you grew stronger. So strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is an unnatural, beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. In order to gain a foothold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to the far eastern plains. There you encountered the land's greatest warriors, and sought to win them over to your cause.
sun cannot be extinguished.
Oh, shut up, Magni. The strong are drawn to the strong. Thus did you gather new allies to your banner. Yet where ardent souls gather, so too do fires burn. In this way did you consign those around you to the flames. Burn them all, hero. Reduce them to nothingness, like the ephemeral morning dew they are. Oh, hi!
I cannot fail. Oh my God.
Hey, Hellfrog Medium doesn't need a cast bar. You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not. No matter. Let's turn our attention to the finale. Here we shall have a test between fellow beasts. It is only fitting, would you not agree? When I fought you in this flesh, 'twas I who triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Oh, jeez. Oh, that was it? Really? You didn't make me fight? Okay. My creation appears to have lost its form. It is no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking a measure this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength, but surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emitselk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires a fair measure, to compare the like with like, yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Throat. Show me what you can do. That's a very low blow. Very low blow. I mean, I'll be the real Ardbert, but you do well not to underestimate me. All that made him the warrior he was, every battle waged, every blow swung, is the very part of my being. So come, fight me like you mean to take my head.
Good, good. I sense your murderous intent. Aye, you'd kill me given the chance. Mayhap do you think to recover this body? If so, prove that it's no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Come at me with everything you've got.
Ah, okay, cool. I didn't take very much. I thought they were gonna explode one after the other, not all at once. Oh, I see. Wider now. Yeah, that ain't gonna work on me.
I see. You are a different beast from when you faced my creations. Very well, I will transcend my very limits, and we'll see what you're truly capable of. Hold nothing back, for neither will I.
Ten minutes remaining to complete Faded Memories. I am so glad these things don't add vuln stacks. Oh. So he's gonna get increasingly bigger damage up stacks.
I have my answer.
So basically that's a soft enrage. Because eventually you're not gonna be able to heal any damage that he does.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
Good to see you up and about.
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see.
I'm out of drink. I brought you Archon Loaf.
Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal. The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
She hit
primal
a
is
nerve.
shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty.
I don't know. It sounded like her question was very, very relevant.
At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
What the hell is he gonna do?
It has been an eventful morning, if it indeed is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious.
Few days, give or take.
Regardless, I'm gratified to see that my efforts at an antidote have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface?
Well, stuff.
I see. Let's make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus is parting their threat, not least of all. Ah, but forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from Anida. With luck, the ethereal stream you traverse still lingers. I won't be long. Okay. Oh, okay. The hell? Did Elidibus drop this? A peculiar crystal. A peculiar crystal lies upon the floor. Upon its surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Day forth, bring honor to the seat of... The distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind. A moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. You notice something else glinting up ahead. Oh, let's collect some crystals then. Find 3 more crystals lying on the floor. Though they differ in color and decoration, each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals and find that the words they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends! Embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people. No greater pride. May all know happiness, now and forevermore. There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue the search outside. Huh, even more crystals. I feel like someone is trying to lead me somewhere. But why? There's 2 this time. Your instincts serve you true, and you discover another 2 crystals. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. Like gathering up crystals based on the convocation? The voice is telling an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found?
And 2 more. You soon discover 2 more crystals. Rather, too soon. In fact, as if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will only be silence.
We will discover our star from its doom.
We will deliver our star from its doom. This we swear. So please, dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it's plain you have yet to find it. Three more. Sure enough, your persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come. We shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life, our savior born, may I be worthy of the honor.
I feel my soul turning, slowly, but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. But this is right. It is right. The tale the crystals weave seems to near its end, but it isn't over yet. How many more are we gonna find? Ah, one last one. With almost melancholy inevitability, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray that we will one day meet again beneath a blue sky. Judging by its testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. As you scan the area, another glint catches your eye. One more crystal? A purple one. Gone is the radiance of life, replaced by the sickly glow of malformed creatures. Is this to be how it ends, for we who love the star with our being? No, I will not suffer it to be so. Well, well, we meet again, my new old friend. Hi, Hythlodaeus? How good of you to remember. I see you've been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? Yeah. High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light upon the lives below. Fitting symbols for the convocation of 14, would you not agree? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation, as remembered by the Unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so. But they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I am sure Emmett Silk wouldn't mind. Sure.
So, how fare you of late? You are feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe.
Yeah, and we just fought, and he took me through a bunch of, trials. It was really weird. Basically took me through my entire journey.
I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to a personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to Emmett Selk, the promise to remember? It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus's existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, that is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. Pardon? I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiac's summoning and defected, one whose office was left vacant. Defectors having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for the individual in question. Or shouldn't exist, at any rate, and wouldn't, had a friend not created one in secret. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of his office, along with a magic of his own conceiving, a singular incantation embodying his spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was most unusual, for while the rest sat in Amarot, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of his duty, he traveled the length and breadth of every land, and befriended countless folk. He encountered troubles too, of course, matters which he could simply have referred to the Convocation, but that was not his way. Nay, more often than not, he would call upon his comrades and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. In time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. And now, it is where it belongs. Oh, there's no need for thanks, but nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act of my own volition, or by the will of my recreator. Why do I hear no voice from this one? That's weird, but Athlodeus is gone again.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to. Is something troubling you?
No. Nothing at all.
No? Very well. I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Okay.
Well, we have the Convocation's crystals, so, what the hell do I do with them? Ah, fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, and with the luxury of time.
Well, you can celebrate with a slice of Archon loaf. It exists.
But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it's plain he will not be deterred from his course. And nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I have not forgotten how Emmett Selk fought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course, but one must always try. Emmett Selk understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may be all for naught, you of all people know that there is no such thing as foregone conclusion.
Alright, well, this is where we're going to end things off today. We'll pick this up tomorrow. So I'm going to stop the recording. Alright, so yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. The thing that I was going to do tomorrow, I will actually do on Christmas. Because I'm not streaming New Year's Eve, because apparently the guests are going to be over on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas. So I will be streaming every day. I will be streaming tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And then Tuesday, there will be nothing because we'll be entertaining our Christmas guests. So yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the conclusion to the 5.3 MSQ. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys later.